Brother, let me put you in a scene. You're out somewhere, maybe at work, maybe in a cafe, maybe just walking down the street. There's noise, people, laughter, but suddenly, something feels different. Her eyes stop on you just for a second longer than normal. Her body tilts slightly toward you. She hasn't said a single word, but you feel it. That pull, that spark. Most men don't catch this. They think attraction is always loud, obvious, wrapped in flirting or big gestures. But the truth, it's often hidden. It lives in the small spaces, in her timing, in her energy, in the things she doesn't say. Once you start reading these signals, you'll never see women the same way again. So let's break this down. The quiet, subtle ways women show they're into you, without ever speaking it out loud. First, she mirrors your energy. This is huge, brother. You lean back, she leans back. You laugh, she laughs, even if she didn't catch the joke. You cross your arms. Moments later, she's doing the same. That's not accident. That's alignment. That's her body syncing up with yours. Think of it like music. Two instruments matching rhythm. When she's in tune with you, it feels effortless, and it goes beyond body language. Walk next to her and watch her footsteps match your pace. Order food and notice she picks something similar. Even the words you use, she might start repeating them. It's not imitation. It's her way of quietly saying, I feel connected to you. Second, she lingers when she doesn't have to. Women don't waste time around men they don't care about. If she keeps finding reasons to stay, pay attention. The conversation is technically over, but she asks another question just to keep you there. She could have walked away minutes ago, but instead she's scrolling her phone, pretending she's busy, while staying close. That's attraction stretching time. She doesn't want the moment to end, so she manufactures reasons to hold on to it. Third, her tone changes with you. This one's easy to miss. She could be speaking to everyone in a casual, professional, even guarded way. But when her attention shifts to you, the music of her voice changes. It softens, slows down. Maybe she even gets playful, teasing you in a way she doesn't tease anyone else. That shift is intimacy in disguise. It's her way of saying, with you, I don't have to keep the same mask. Brother, don't just hear her words. Feel the difference in her delivery. Fourth, she remembers details you barely remember saying. This is gold. You mention offhand that you like a certain song or that you drink black coffee in the morning. Weeks later, she brings it up. That's not politeness. That's investment. She's holding on to fragments of you because you matter enough to occupy her mind. Most men shrug it off like, oh, she's just nice. No, brother. Women don't store useless data on men they don't care about. If she's remembering your little quirks, it's because you've carved space in her head, even when you're not around. Fifth, watch how she reacts when you enter a room. This is powerful. With everyone else, she's calm, steady, normal. Then you show up. Suddenly, she straightens her posture, adjusts her hair. Maybe she talks more, throwing jokes and energy around. Or she goes the other way, quiet, shy, fidgety, because she's more self-conscious with you than with anyone else. Either way, the energy shifts. You changed her atmosphere. That's not coincidence. That's attraction revealing itself in real time. Sixth, she engineers little accidents. This is her creating moments without saying it outright. Maybe she bumps into you, brushes your hand, drops something near you so you'll help her. Sometimes she asks for help with something she easily could have done herself. These aren't random mistakes. They're invitations. Her way of saying, I want closeness, but I need you to notice and respond. If you're blind, you'll miss it. If you're aware, you'll see it for exactly what it is. 7th, her whole face changes when you give her attention. This one's impossible to fake. You speak to her, and suddenly her eyes brighten. Her smile comes quicker. Maybe even a blush sneaks in. That spark is not casual friendliness. It's attraction leaking through the cracks. Her body betrays her interest before her words ever will. 8th, she makes space for you in her world. Without directly saying it, she starts weaving you into her routines, shows up where you'll be, adjusts her schedule to cross paths, involves you in little parts of her life. It looks like chance, but it's not. It's intention wearing a disguise. She's pulling you into her orbit, quietly making sure you're part of her world, without having to confess it. So here's the truth, brother. Attraction doesn't always scream. It whispers. It hides in the tilt of her body, in the way she holds your gaze too long, in the details she remembers, in the excuses she makes to stay close. Most men are blind to these cues. They're waiting for the big, obvious signs, but women rarely move that way. Their attraction lives in the subtle. Your job isn't to obsess or overanalyze every blink. It's to be aware, calm, grounded, to pay attention without desperation. When you start noticing these signals, the fog lifts. You know when she's opening the door. You know when she's not. And that clarity builds confidence. Because nothing feels stronger than knowing the difference between interest and indifference. Once you see it, you can move like a man who understands women instead of a man guessing about them. And when you carry that confidence, brother, everything changes. Attraction isn't loud. It's quiet. It's not in what she says. It's in what she doesn't. Her silence can tell you more than any words ever could.